Across North Texas, officials have blanketed communities with pesticide, trying to kill mosquitoes spreading the virus. But it hasn't been enough to stop the epidemic in Dallas. 78-year-old Korean War veteran James Blessing didn't know if he'd survive when he checked into a hospital last month.
When I come in, I was just sluggish. The second day I come in, I was worse. And the third day, it just knocked me flat on my back.
Officials have urged residents to protect themselves, but with 10 to 15 new confirmed human cases every day just in Dallas County, Health and Human Services Director Zachary Thompson says the time to declare a public health emergency is here.
This is the worst I've ever seen it. We're talking about a third world virus in a 21st century country, and since 1999, we still don't have a medication for humans.
The West Nile virus isn't just hitting Texas. The latest tracking map from the Centers for Disease Control shows more cases in the south, but West Nile activity is now present in all but 6 of the lower 48. James Blessing spent 1 week in a hospital bed and 2 more in rehab. His wife Mary Jo is undergoing chemotherapy treatment for cancer and doesn't think she'd survive the West Nile virus. She's scared to go outside, but for now she's just happy to have her husband back home.
The doctor said if he hadn't been such a tough guy and all, he wouldn't have made it.
And after an emergency meeting this afternoon, state authorities announced they will continue ground spraying starting Monday. But in Dallas, they are also recommending aerial spraying of pesticides for some areas. And that, Bob, is something that has not happened in more than 45 years.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Manuel.
Growing concerns over the deadly West Nile virus. The mosquito-borne illness has caused more than 10 deaths in North Texas, and hundreds of cases have been reported in the area. Federal and local officials holding a meeting 1 day after Dallas County declared a public health emergency.
This is a major outbreak. That's why we're declaring that there's a disaster here. We need to make sure that people do all they can do to protect themselves.
Dallas County also authorizing aerial spraying of insecticide, hoping to kill mosquitoes. It would be the county's first aerial spraying since 1966.
It is a safe and effective way to address mosquitoes, to cut down the number of mosquitoes.
With a plane, you can hit a much higher area, a much larger area, and you can hit it more uniformly and more directly.
Officials with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention saying the nation is experiencing its biggest spike in West Nile since 2004. In Oklahoma, the number of cases increasing dramatically across the state. At least 31 have been confirmed so far this year. That's more than the past 4 years combined. And in Indiana, health officials have confirmed about 5 cases of West Nile. At least 1 has been reported in Nebraska. The disease can cause fever, headaches, swollen glands, or a rash, but there are no medications to treat it or vaccines to prevent it. Health officials are also calling on the public for help, urging them to wear insecticide and to remove any stagnant water like you see back there from their property, because it is a breeding ground for these mosquitoes. In Dallas, Casey Stiegel, Fox News.
Bob Rowan of Dallas, a Vietnam veteran, walks his dog Lucky. He's ready for combat.
When you step outside your door, you need to be armed up for battle.
The Dallas County Health Department wants to make sure you have the right gear.
Insect repellent, appropriate clothing, loose-fitting, long sleeve, long pants, light colored.
Rowan, 67, remembered the long sleeves.
Just had a heart attack.
He just had quadruple bypass and knows he could be at risk.
It's a lot worse than anything we've had in the past, and it's really needs to be taken seriously.
The Dallas County Health Department wants more equipment and ammo in their escalating fight against the West Nile virus.
Based on what we're seeing in terms of the number of human cases that we're seeing now in Dallas County and throughout North Texas, then I'm going to need the state resources and federal resources.
There are now 82 West Nile virus cases in Dallas County. Of those, 65 are the neuroinvasive or more serious kind. There have been deaths in Dallas, Highland Park, and now Grand Prairie. A 43-year-old woman with underlying health issues. Zachary Thompson wants everyone to know we're all at war.
The most important element in this is going to be Dallas County residents. They have to mosquito-proof themselves, their home, and our neighborhoods.
There's extreme weather, a deadly outbreak of the West Nile virus. Mosquitoes are infecting people all across the country, but it is so bad in Texas that they are even planning to attack now from the air. ABC's Ryan Owens reports in from Dallas tonight.
Crews in gas masks and chem suits spray around Dallas schools at night, trying to make sure the mosquitoes are gone by the time students return to class later this month. Dallas County, home to almost 3 million people, just declared that public health emergency. It's never seen this many cases this early in August. They've been spraying from trucks nearly every night, but it's not enough. So the county has now approved dumping pesticides from the air over these heavily populated areas.
We're talking about a third world virus that we don't have a blueprint to say this works versus, another plan.
Scientists say the virus is more common this summer because the unusually warm winter meant fewer freezes that kill mosquitoes. West Nile has been reported now in 42 states. 241 people have been diagnosed. Texas has been hardest hit. Dallas County alone has seen more than 175 infections with 9 deaths. This 39-year-old Dallas area landscaper was bitten a few weeks ago.
Yeah, definitely sicker than I've ever been.
Late August and September are peak time, so crews here will keep spraying, hoping to slow a virus that's killing more often and earlier than ever before. Ryan Owens, ABC News, Dallas.